Once upon a time, long, long ago, there was a kingdom called Sodor. It was ruled by a king named Proteus, who had a magic lamp, and a queen named Lady, who had magic gold dust. This kingdom was entirely populated by steam engines. One day, the king and queen had a son, a little blue tank engine who they named Thomas. As he grew up, Thomas dreamed of leaving the castle to go see the world, but his parents didn't think he was ready yet. "You still have a lot to learn, Thomas," they would say. So Thomas spent his days in the castle with his parents, the castle full, the servants, and the castle guard. Flying Scotsmen coming through! One thing that should be said is that the Flying Scotsman's two tenors were bottomless. In other words, they contained an unlimited amount of coal and water, so no one had to worry about heat waves and coal shortages. Now at the end of the kingdom laid another kingdom called the Other Kingdom. This was entirely populated by diesel engines. This kingdom only had a king known as Diesel 10. There used to be a queen called Daisy, but one night Daisy mysteriously vanished and was never found again. Before she disappeared, she and Diesel 10 had a son, a BR Class 08 diesel shunter named Paxton. There were tons of diesel servants, as well as an army of troublesome trucks. There was also the Black Wizard, or Diesel as everyone preferred. Wizard Diesel, the oil at that last oil depot has gone bad. I think some water has gotten into it. You'll have to go and fix it. Yes, sir. And while you're at it, take this ballast truck away from me. And go help anyone else who may have taken on bad oil. Grrr. Now Diesel 10 hated the kingdom of Sodor and all the steam engines who lived there. He wanted nothing more than to get rid of them, but he spent too much of his time complaining about how much he hated them to actually do something. Why does he hate them so much, you may ask? Well, you're about to find out. One night, Diesel 10 finally called a meeting. My fellow diesels and troublesome trucks, we are gathered here tonight to discuss the conflict between steamies and diesels. As you all know, it was 10 years ago today that Queen Daisy of the Other Kingdom went missing. I can only assume that those steam engines destroyed her. Pardon me, boss, but are you sure it was the steam engines that killed Daisy? Yes, I am 100% sure. I mean, who else would be responsible? One of us? Well, I really don't see any evidence. I have evidence, but we're not talking about that right now. So, how exactly are you going to get your revenge? Well, the king's magic lamp and the queen's magic gold dust are what keeps the steam engines alive, so all we have to do is... I'm sorry, I don't remember the king and queen having a magical lamp and magical gold dust. If you saw them, you would remember. As I was saying, all we have to do is steal that magic lamp and that magic gold dust. and within 48 hours, they will all perish. Who will perish? The steam engines. How will we get the magical objects? Tomorrow morning, we will sneak over to Sodor and attack when they least expect it. And thanks to the efforts of my loyal Black Wizard, the troublesome trucks can move on their own. This will help us out a lot. So once we have that lamp and dust, we just need to keep them out of the steamies' reach for 48 hours. And once those 2 days come to an end, so will the steamies. Ha ha ha. The next day, Proteus and Lady decided to have Thomas run an errand. Thomas, your mother and I understand that you want to go out and see the world, so we're going to let you run an errand outside. You mean outside the castle? Yes, said Lady. See that truck right there? Yes. It's got special relish coal that needs to be delivered to Henry. You can find his shed at Navert Yards. It's the first station you'll see once you leave here. Navert Yards, said Thomas. Got it. Thomas looked out into the distance. He could hardly contain his excitement. So, when I get the chance to explore more of the kingdom, are there any limits on how far I can go? You can go as far as Croven's Gate, said Proteus. What's beyond Croven's Gate? Vicarstown. It's the last area of Sodor before you reach the other kingdom. Only certain engines are allowed to go to Vicarstown, as the other kingdom has diesels that will try to sneak over the Vicarstown bridge and onto Sodor. What are diesels? Asked Thomas. Diesels are, in 5 words, disgraceful, disgusting, despicable, devious, and dangerous. Okay then, said Thomas. Thanks for letting me do this. Just promise you'll be careful. I will. Be back in a jiffy. And Thomas puffed away. The king and queen watched their son puff off into the distance. Once he was out of sight, they went back inside. If they had stayed outside a little longer, they would have heard the humming of diesel engines. Let's see here. This could be Henry's shed. Mom and Dad didn't tell me what Henry looks like. Oh, excuse me. I'm looking for an engine named Henry. That would be me, said the green engine. Oh, you're Henry? Well, nice to meet you. I'm Thomas. You might know me as the king and queen's son. Everyone knows you, Thomas. Well, mostly everyone. Frankly, most everyone's only heard of you. Okay, well, I've brought your relish coal. Oh, thank you. I'll just put it right here. Thanks again, Thomas. Well, I should probably head back to the castle now. Maybe I'll run into you again next time I get to go out. See you later, Thomas. Take care. Thomas puffed away. Thomas shoved cheerfully back to the castle. But when he returned to the castle, he had a nasty surprise. Take this, and that, and that, and that. Ow, splatter, stop, you're beating me up. Oh, whoops, sorry, Dodge. Take this, and that, and that, and that. Ow, splatter, what are you doing? Will you guys get out of my way? How can I beat up the steam engines if you guys keep getting between me and them? I've got the lamp and gold dust. I've got the flying Scotsman's tenders. Good work, Sydney. Now let's move out. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Ow! The diesels and the troublesome trucks raced off in a huge cloud of dust. Thomas quickly entered the castle. Cinders and ashes. Ow, my boiler's dented. My wheels are cracked and crooked. I think there's rocks in my funnel. Mom, Dad, are you alright? Oh, Thomas, thank goodness you're alright. We thought the diesels may have gotten you. What happened? The diesels attacked us. They took my tenders, Proteus's lamp, and Lady's gold dust. They also stuck rocks in my funnel. My poor boiler. I can't feel my wheels. Thomas, you must get back the lamp and gold dust. Without them, the steam engines will all perish after 48 hours. Me? But I hardly have any experience with the outside world. Thomas, listen to me. You're the only one who can save us. I can't move without my tenders. But you can do it, Thomas. Little engines can do big things. Thomas looked around at the ruins of his home and the wounded and injured engines that lay all around him. He took a deep breath and sighed. Alright, I'll do my very best. I won't let you down. I will save you all. Make us proud, Thomas. We'll be rooting for you back here. Is this a joke? Tell me he's joking. Thomas, make sure you get my tenders. They'll supply you with enough coal and water for your journey. If he comes back alive and with the lamp and gold dust, I'll eat my funnel. Thomas exited the castle and looked out into the distance. He could see the diesels and the troublesome trucks. Thomas pumped his pistons and hurried after them. I can do this. Just have to retrieve the lamp, gold dust, and tenders. Sounds easy enough. I've got at least 2 days to save the day. That should be more than enough time. Thomas hadn't gone far when he began to feel hot. Oh dear, I'm low on water. Where's the Flying Scotsman's water tender when you need it? Just then, Thomas saw a troublesome truck pulling the water tender. He picked up speed. Up ahead, a small green tank engine was also running low on water. Then, he noticed the troublesome truck and the water tender. Excuse me, I'm running low on water. Could you let me have a drink? Haha, no way. Why? Because you're a steamy. And what's wrong with steamies? Steamies are silly. Steamies are slow. Da ha 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 ha. Ow! Take that, you dumb truck. Oh, hello. I'm Thomas. Who are you? My name's Percy. Thank you for bashing that truck. He wouldn't let me have a drink. Well, I'm in need of a drink too, but Here, you go first. Thanks. After Percy filled his tank, Thomas had his drink, and then he told Percy what was going on. Bubbling boilers? That's terrible. I know. I have to stop those diesels and get the lamp and dust back within 48 hours. I'll help you. You will? You helped me, so I'll help you. Alright then. Let's get going then. Let's do this thing. So the two new friends sped down the line. Their pistons pumped and their boilers bubbled. Then Thomas saw Prince Paxton up ahead with the truck of gold dust and the lamp. Hey, you! Uh-oh. Thomas chased Paxton over a bumpy piece of track. Paxton's coupling broke, and some faulty points sent Paxton down one track and the truck down another. Then the points sent Thomas down Paxton's line away from the truck. No! I'll get it, cried Percy. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, said Bert. Hey, get your oily buffers off that truck, you dirty diesel. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Well, how about this? Ow! Now it's your turn. Ow, ow, ow! Launch an attack on my home, will ya? I'll show you. Ow, ow, stop that! What's going on over there? Diesels! Hey, Black Wizard, Diesel, I need some help! Hey, Harry, Paxton needs your help over there. When I asked for help, I expected help from you. Fine. Diesel waved his wand, and suddenly a fuel tanker appeared above Thomas and began to fall towards him. Look out! The red engine rushed forward and pulled Thomas out of the way. The fuel tanker crashed to the ground, but it didn't explode. What's happened? You tell us. Must have summoned an empty one by mistake. Right after Diesel said this, the tanker exploded. Yow, that's hot. The Diesel sprinted away as fast as they could as the flames began to spread. The red engine began to back up, but its tender derailed on the bend. Percy, the tender. What? Oh, I get it. Percy shoved the water tender and it tumbled off the line, spilling water all over the fire and extinguishing it in the blink of an eye. Phew, that was a close one. I'm James the Splendid Red Engine. I'm Thomas, and this is Percy. We're trying to stop the diesels, said Percy. They're trying to eliminate the steam engines, said Thomas. That's horrible, said James. I know, said Thomas, and now the rails are melted, so we can't go after the diesels. I know another track that leads to where the diesels are going. It may take longer though. Where is it? So James took the tank engines back down the line to a junction. Just go that way and it will take you to Croven's Gate. You know, we could use a good navigator. Would you like to join us? Would I? Sure. Why not? Seeing that I'm such a splendid red engine, I think it's best that I take the lead. Ow! James, Thomas, and Percy hurried down the line. As they traveled, Thomas explained more of what was going on to James. So besides the Lambent Gold Dust, we also need to get the Flying Scotsman's coal tender so we don't run out of coal. Is that right? Said James. Yes, that's right, said Thomas. So keep an eye out for a green coal car that says LNER. Is it important to say that I see a sailboat on wheels? A what? The engine slowed down as they approached the boat. Hello. Nothing to see here, guys. Let's just keep going. Wait, came a voice. Who are you? Yuck. What a dirty object. Oh, that's not very nice. It's just a tram engine. Could you help me, please? My friend Skiff here has a railway chassis, but it's real stiff. The wheels won't move an inch. Did you try pushing him until the wheels moved? I already tried that, but the wheels are practically glued to the track. How about we pour some water on his wheels? No, that'll just make them rust, said Skiff. What I need is oil, said the tram engine. That'll loosen the wheels. Well, it just so happens that we're going after some diesels, so if we can catch them, we can get some oil for our railboat friend. Railboat? I like the sound of that. Oh, thank you. I'll be waiting here when you get back. Let's make this quick. The day's nearly half gone. Relax, James. We still got plenty of time, said Thomas. The engines hurried down the line as fast as they could. Up ahead, 2 diesels were sitting outside of a shed. Hey, Dart. What exactly are we doing again? We're waiting for someone to come by so we can try out our new disguises. But why do we need disguises? Dart was about to reply when he noticed steam above the trees. Someone's coming. Hurry and put on your disguise, then. Look, there are some diesels. Uh-oh, they didn't fall for it. Well, of course they didn't fall for it. Your door's open so they can still see your cap. Get them! OMG! Run for it! And the 2 diesels raced away. After them, cried Percy. Hurry, Den, they're gaining on us. I'm going as fast as I can. Then there was trouble. Dart went over a T-switch, through a junction and around a bend, and was now heading back towards the T-switch. He braked hard and stopped just a few inches from Den. Haha, we've got him now, said James. No, please, stop. We didn't do anything to you. Yeah, right, don't play these games with us. We know that you're helping the other diesels. What other diesels? You mean the ones from the other kingdom? Well, yeah, that's the only place where diesels come from. Well, not these 2 diesels. Well, what I mean to say is, what Den means to say is that we don't live in the other kingdom anymore. Anymore? Well, we used to live there, but then they kicked us out. They kicked out 2 of their own kind. Well, I was pretty clumsy, and Den here was pretty slow. They didn't think we were useful for anything. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, said Thomas. But if you're living in an area that's completely populated by steam, where do you get your oil? Well, there's a logging yard nearby, and the engines there use wood and oil for fuel, so me and Den usually borrow oil from them. So, why exactly are you guys trying to catch us? We're trying to stop the diesels from the other kingdom, but right now we're on a side quest to get some oil from a friend. What do you need oil for? So the steam engines took Den and Dart to where Skiff and the tram engine were. So Skiff's chassis needs some oil to loosen the wheels. Well, I think we can help with that. Den and Dart used some of their oil to loosen Skiff's wheels. Okay, let's see if it works, said Den. A gentle breeze blew and Skiff rolled forward a few feet. I can move! Yippee! Cried Skip as the wind blew him the other way. Thank you, said Toby. Yes, said Thomas, I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank you, Diesels. It was a pleasure. If you ever need our help again, all you have to do is shout Dizzy Diesels, and we'll be there, said Dart. Okay, we'll remember that, said James. And with that, Den and Dart left. Thanks for the help, said Toby. Is there anything I can do for you? Well, said Percy, we could use another engine to help us stop the Diesels from the other kingdom. Well, I can certainly help you with that. My name's Toby, by the way. Glad to have you with us, Toby. We'll need all the help we can get. So now that Skip's been taken care of, can we continue with our main mission? Yes, James, we can continue. Toby lowered Skip's sails so he wouldn't move while they were gone. Good luck, said Skip. Thank you, Skip, said Toby. Alright, lead the way, Thomas. So Thomas, Percy, James, and Toby set off. It wasn't long, though, before James began to run low on coal. Guys, I'm starting to run low on coal, he said. We could really use the Flying Scotsman's coal tender right now, said Thomas. But where is it? There it is, cried Percy. And Percy was right. Up ahead were two Diesels carrying the tender. Well, one of them was. The other was doing nothing and was acting like a dead weight. Come on, Dennis, you could be helping me. Oh yeah? How? You could push so we can move the tender faster. If I have to do all the work, I could overheat. Get that tender, said Thomas. Charge! Come on, Dennis, push. I am pushing. But try as they might, Dennis and Norman could not escape the steam engines. Thomas bumped Dennis and knocked him off the line. He then pushed Norman and the tender around a bend too fast and Norman derailed. I've got the tender, now let's move out. As soon as the steam engines were gone, Dennis and Norman honked their horns, and before anyone could say grease and oil, the Black Wizard appeared. How could you two let those stinky steamies get away with the tender? It was Norman's fault, said Dennis. My fault? But you were the one who wasn't helping to move the tender. Oh boy. Meanwhile, the steam engines had refilled on coal and were just about to set off again when they heard a crash. What was that? Asked Toby. It came from over there, said Thomas. Let's check it out. The engines came around a corner and saw an emerald green tender engine derailed in a pond. What happened here? Asked Percy. I was just popping along the line, minding my own business, when this green diesel pulling a truck ran into me and pushed me off the track, said the tender engine. That must have been Paxton, said Thomas. Not to worry, said James. I'll get you back on the track in no time. James coupled to the green engine's tender and started to pull, but the engine was stuck in some really thick mud. Need some help, James? Asked Toby. No, I got this. Come on! James pulled until the coupling snapped. Whoa, whoa, ow, ow, ow. Okay, maybe I could use a little help. So the four engines all coupled together and then coupled up to the green engine, and together they pulled it back onto the track. Thank you. No problem. I'm James, and this is Thomas, Percy, and Toby. Well, I'm Emily. Thanks again. We're trying to stop the Diesels from eliminating the steam engines. You want to come with us? It'll give you a chance to bump Paxton back. Sure, I'd love to come along. Great, the more the merrier, said Thomas. So the 5 engines hurried along the line. Soon they could see Paxton and some troublesome trucks. So what's your plan, Thomas? Asked Emily. Alright guys, Paxton has the lamp and gold dust. James, Percy, and Toby, you guys take care of the trucks. Emily and I will get Paxton. Keep a close eye out for that black wizard, said Percy. Attack! Cried Thomas. What? Oh no, not again. Trucks, hold them off. Keep them away from me. Don't let them get the lamp and gold dust. We get it, Paxton. Just go. We'll give him some nonsense. Paxton zoomed away with Thomas and Emily in hot pursuit. Give it up, Paxton. You can't escape us, cried Emily. I can and I will, said Paxton. Then there was trouble. The points were switched to the wrong line. Paxton ran into a siding and into a set of buffers. He soon found himself dangling off a ledge. Oh dear, this isn't good. Thomas and Emily slowed down as they approached the switch. Wait here, said Thomas. I'll get the truck. Thomas carefully coupled up to the truck. He pulled it away from Paxton and brought it back to the junction. Got it, said Thomas. And now to toss this devious diesel overboard, said Emily. Paxton had just managed to get himself back on the tracks, but Emily bumped him. He was about to go over the edge, but at the last second, Thomas coupled to him and braked. And he quickly pulled Paxton back onto solid ground. Thomas, what are you doing? Asked Emily. Emily, I know that the diesels are trying to destroy us, but that doesn't mean we have to destroy them. It wouldn't be right. That's not what my parents would want. Emily was utterly shocked, and so was Paxton. But that doesn't mean I'll let him get away scot-free. Scram, and don't do it again. And Paxton sprinted away. Come on, let's get this to the others. We have what we came for. I still think you should have let him fall. We're on a time limit, Emily. We don't have time to beat up every single diesel and troublesome truck. Thomas and Emily returned to where James, Toby, and Percy had finished beating up the troublesome trucks. We got the lamp and gold dust, said Thomas. Alright, way to go, Thomas, said Percy. Suddenly, the truck exploded, creating a huge cloud of dust. When the dust cleared, Toby and Emily saw the troublesome trucks carrying Thomas, Percy, and James away on flatbeds. Was that supposed to happen? Asked Emily. I don't think so, said Toby. That truck of gold dust was a fake. I might have known something like this would happen. Well, if you suspected trouble, why didn't you say something? Let's not worry about that. Let's just go rescue them. Are you sure we can do it by ourselves? You may be right. We'll need help, and I know just who to call. Who? Dizzy Diesels. Emily was confused, but before she could say anything, Den and Dart raced up. Did someone call for us? Asked Den. Emily, these are our allies, said Toby. Den, Dart, Thomas, Percy, and James got captured by trucks. Can you help us? Sure thing, Toby, said Dart. I think I know just what to do. Up ahead, the trucks carrying James had stopped to catch their breath. Steam engines sure are heavy, especially tender engines. Need some help? We could take them off your buffers. Oh, thank goodness. I didn't want to carry James for who knows how far. The trucks uncoupled themselves, and the two boxcars took over. Ha! I can't believe they fell for our disguises, Sodor. Yeah, those trucks sure are dumb, said Den. Den and Dart brought James to Emily and Toby. Then they went to get Percy and Thomas. Hello there. Want us to take over for you? Well, what I mean is... What he means is, we can take Percy the rest of the way. Take the load off your buffers. The trucks were a little suspicious. I don't know. Do you want to keep carrying Percy to Province Gate, and then the Vicarstown, and then to... Alright, fine, take him. I'm worried that the last pair of trucks might be tougher to fool. We'll see what happens. Keep your buffers crossed.